All right, get ready, because we're taking a deep dive into the world of LLMs.
Oh,
Yeah,
LLMs.
large language models.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to focus on how to actually build these things using PyTorch.
Okay.
You sent in this PDF, llmpytorch.pdf,
Yeah,
and it looks like quite the guide, quite the handbook.
it is. It's pretty dense.
So I'm guessing you're hoping to go beyond just sort of chatting with AI, like you
Yeah.
want to actually create one.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, cool.
That's the hope.
Well, let's start with the basics then.
Okay.
For those of us who haven't quite reached, AI expert level yet,
Sure.
what exactly are LLMs? I mean, are we talking something like more advanced than your average customer service chatbot?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Much more advanced. LLMs are, they're designed to understand and use language in a much deeper way.
Mm-hmm.
So think of it like this. Older AI models, they can maybe like string words together, right? But LLMs, they can grasp the meaning behind the words, the context, all the nuances.
So they're really getting what we're saying,
Yeah,
not just spitting out canned responses.
exactly.
Yeah, they get it. I'm starting to see the potential here. But how do they actually achieve that level of understanding?
Right.
This PDF keeps mentioning something called transformer architectures.
Yes.
Does that ring a bell?
That's the heart of it.
Okay.
Transformers are a specific type of neural network, and they completely revolutionized how LLMs process language.
Okay.
And a big part of that is this concept called self-attention,
Self-attention.
which basically means the model is figuring out which words in a sentence are most important
Okay.
based on all the other words around them.
So they're like reading between the lines.
Kind of, yeah.
Like picking up on all the subtext and...
That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah, because, for understanding anything humans say, that's pretty crucial, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and this PDF actually dives into how PyTorch is used to actually build those complex transformer systems.
No? Okay.
Now you've got me curious.
Yeah.
Why PyTorch specifically?
Right.
There are other tools out there, so what makes PyTorch, so special for this kind of development?
It comes down to flexibility and practicality.
Yeah.
PyTorch is known for being very adaptable. It lets researchers really tweak things on the fly.
So it's kind of like
building with Legos.
exactly. You can keep adding and rearranging the pieces as you go.
Okay.
Which is, that's perfect for LLM research because things are changing so fast.
Right. It's so cutting edge that you need
Exactly.
a toolkit that can kind of keep up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need that flexibility.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of tools, I'm noticing this PDF spends a lot of time on the topic of data.
Oh, for sure.
What's the takeaway there?
You can't have a smart LLM without good data.
Of course.
It's what they learned from.
Wow.
That's what shapes their entire understanding of how language works.
So it's like feeding information to a hungry AI brain. That's a good way to put it. Where does all this food come from?
The PDF mentions a few sources.
Yeah.
So you've got massive public data sets like Wikipedia. Think of that like a giant textbook for the LLM.
Okay.
Then you've got web scraping, where you can automatically gather data from websites.
Right.
And then, of course, APIs, which are basically pipelines to all the info on social media, other platforms.
So it's like we're creating a custom diet for this LLM, making sure it gets the right nutrients for optimal intelligence.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it, but I have a feeling it's not just a matter of shoveling in raw data, right?
Right.
We got to prep it somehow.
Yeah, just like you wouldn't serve a steak straight from the butcher, raw data needs to be prepped.
Okay.
This PDF, it really stresses the importance of cleaning the data.
Okay.
Like teaching the LLM to see that running, ran, and runs are basically the same word.
Right, so we're kind of refining the information.
Exactly.
Making it more digestible for the LLM.
Yeah, making it easier to understand.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Now, once we have this beautifully prepped data,
Yes.
how do we actually start building the LLM's brain using PyTorch?
Right.
That's where those transformer architectures come in, right?
Exactly.
So we talked about self-attention.
Yeah.
But that's only one piece of the puzzle.
One piece. Yeah.
A transformer is made up of multiple layers, each doing its part to kind of process the language in this really sophisticated way.
Right.
Okay, so walk me through it.
Okay.
What are some of these layers? What are they actually doing?
So there are these things called multi-head attention layers.
Multi-head attention layers.
Imagine multiple detectives all working on the same case, each focusing on different clues
Okay.
to build a complete picture of what happened. the crime.
Gotcha.
So it's like that, but for language.
So the LLM is getting multiple perspectives on the same sentence,
Exactly.
allowing it to really understand the nuances, the
And
complexity.
the relationships between the words.
Okay, pretty clever.
Yeah.
But all this processing power, it must come at a cost.
It does.
How resource intensive is it to actually train an LLM?
Training an LLM is a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay.
You're dealing with huge data sets, complex calculations, and it can take a lot of time, a lot of computing power.
So it's not just about having the right ingredients, it's about having the right oven.
Yes.
And the patience to let it bake.
And the patience, exactly.
Okay. So this PDF, it dives deep into strategies for managing that complexity.
It does.
One thing it highlights is this technique called gradient accumulation.
Right.
Okay, now there's some serious jargon.
Yeah.
What in the world is gradient accumulation?
Think of it as a way to really make the most of your computer's memory.
Okay.
It allows you to basically simulate using a larger batch size,
Okay.
which means more data at once, but without actually needing more memory.
Oh, okay.
So it's a clever kind of workaround to make training more efficient.
So it's like we're optimizing the baking process
Yes.
to get the best possible LLM cake?
Yeah. Exactly.
Without overloading the oven.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good analogy.
But we've only just begun to sort of explore this world of LLMs.
We have. There's a lot more to uncover.
There's so much more to uncover, from fine-tuning to deployment and even, ethical considerations.
All important stuff.
All important stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for the next leg of the journey.
Okay, let's
But first, let's take a moment to digest all this information.
Yeah, take a breather.
And then we'll dive even deeper.
Sounds good. Welcome back.
Back again.
We were talking about how training an LLM is like running a marathon.
Right. A marathon.
And just like a marathon runner needs the right gear, the right techniques to succeed.
Yeah.
So does an LLM.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
We talked about gradient accumulation.
Right.
But what other tools are in this, LLM treater's toolkit?
Oh, there are a bunch. Yeah, this PDF goes into some really clever techniques for managing the sheer scale of these models. One that I thought was really interesting is model sharding.
Model sharding.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like we're breaking something valuable. Hopefully not the LLM itself.
Hopefully not. No, it's a good kind of breaking.
Okay.
Imagine you're trying to bake a giant multi-layered cake. It might be too big for one oven, right?
Right.
So model sharding is like splitting that cake into smaller pieces
Okay.
and baking them in multiple ovens at the same time.
Okay. So we're dividing up the LLM,
Yeah.
spreading it across different processing units
Exactly.
to make it more manageable.
Make it more manageable. Speed things up.
I like that baking analogy.
It's a good one.
Makes it much easier to grasp.
Yeah.
And speaking of managing complexity,
Right.
this PDF also highlights the importance of memory profiling,
Yes.
which sounds a lot like, a fitness tracker.
Yeah, think of it like a fitness tracker for your LLM's memory use.
Now, that's something I can relate to.
I think we all can.
I'm always trying to, optimize my own memory, or at least remember where I put my keys. But
Exactly.
how does this memory profiling actually work for an LLM?
So it basically helps you see how the model is using memory.
Okay.
It helps you identify potential bottlenecks,
Okay.
figure out where you can be more efficient. And luckily, PyTorch has some built-in tools for this.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually track the memory allocation, see which parts of your code are using up the most memory.
It's like having a personal trainer
Yes.
for your LLM,
For your LLM, get it in shape.
helping it stay lean and mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we've talked about optimizing memory,
Right.
but what about those hyperparameters we touched on earlier?
Yeah.
I have a feeling those play a pretty crucial role in all this.
They do. Hyperparameters are basically the control knobs on your LLM machine.
Okay.
They determine things like the learning rate,
Okay.
so how quickly the model learns, the batch size, how much data is processed at once,
Yep.
and finding the right settings for these hyperparameters
Yeah.
can make a huge difference in how well your LLM performs.
So it's like finding the perfect recipe for our LLM cake.
It is,
The right balance of ingredients, oven temperature.
Yeah, all those little details that can make or break it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this PDF, it walks you through different strategies for finding those optimal settings.
It does.
One approach is A grid search,
Grid search.
where you just, systematically test every possible combination.
Every single one.
Sounds thorough, but maybe a little exhausting.
It can be, yeah, very time-consuming.
Hmm.
So another approach is a random search,
Okay.
which is a bit more, it's a bit more random, as the name suggests.
Okay.
It's like throwing darts at a dartboard.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just randomly sample different combinations
Okay.
within a defined range.
So less exhaustive.
Less exhaustive,
Hey.
but it can still be effective.
Could still get you there.
Yeah. You might get lucky.
So we got our grid search, our random search. Any other hyperparameter hunting techniques we should be aware of?
There's one more called Bayesian optimization.
Bayesian optimization.
It's a little bit more sophisticated.
Okay.
It uses a probabilistic model to guide the search.
So it's like having a super smart assistant.
Yes.
Just helping you, find those.
Helping you find the best settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A super smart assistant for hyperparameters. Sign me up.
I know, right?
But even with all these optimization techniques,
Yeah.
how do we know if our LLM is actually any good?
Right.
How do we measure its performance?
That is a critical question, and this PDF has a whole section on evaluating LLMs.
Okay.
It really depends on the specific task you're training it for.
Okay.
But there are some common metrics you can use.
All right. Give me the rundown. What are some of these LLM performance indicators?
One common one is perplexity.
Perplexity.
Yeah, it basically measures how well your model can predict the next word in a sequence.
So if it can accurately guess the next word,
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
It means it's understanding.
It understands the context.
Okay.
And then for tasks like text classification, where you're trying to categorize text into different buckets,
Right.
you can use metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score.
Right. So it's how good it is at recognizing
Exactly.
different types of text.
Different types of text.
Okay, but what about the more creative stuff?
Yes.
Like, translation or summarizing a document.
There are specific metrics for those too.
Okay.
For translation, you often use what's called the BLEU score,
The BLEU score.
which basically compares the LLM's output
Okay.
to a reference translation.
Mm-hmm.
And then for summarization, you can use things like Rouge,
Rouge.
which compares the LLM's summary to one written by a human.
Okay, so it's like we're judging our LLM's, writing abilities based on
In a way, yeah.
on different criteria.
Yeah.
Fluency, accuracy, all that.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's not just about how well our LLM performs in isolation.
Right, you have to compare it to something.
Yeah.
And the PDF really stresses this idea of benchmarking,
Benchmarking.
which means comparing your LLM's performance
Okay.
to established baselines or other models
Okay.
on standardized data sets.
So it's like competing in the LLM Olympics.
Yes, exactly.
We got to see if our LLM can take home the gold medal
Take home the gold.
to different events.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
It's a good way to think about it.
So we've trained our LLM. We've benchmarked it.
Right.
Feeling good about the results.
Okay.
Is that the end of the journey?
It's never the end.
Okay.
There's always room for improvement.
Always room for improvement.
Always.
So how do we go about pushing those boundaries?
Okay, so the PDF mentions a few interesting approaches.
Okay.
One is data augmentation,
Data augmentation.
which might sound like just giving it more data.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we just stuffing its face even more?
Well, it's not just about adding more. Okay, it's about making the data you already have more diverse and robust.
Oh,
So you can paraphrase sentences, you can swap words with synonyms,
okay.
you can even add a little bit of controlled noise to the data.
So we're making the training data more challenging.
Yes, exactly.
Forcing the LLM to
To think harder.
think harder, learn deeper.
Yeah, exactly.
What other tricks do we have up our sleeves here?
So another cool one is ensemble methods.
Ensemble methods.
It's kind of like creating a team of LLMs.
A team of LLMs. Now, that's a force to be reckoned with.
It is, yeah.
How does that work?
You basically combine predictions from multiple models
Okay.
to improve the overall accuracy.
So it's like getting a second opinion
Exactly.
from a doctor.
Yeah, different doctors might have different strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
But by combining their insights, you're more likely to get the best possible diagnosis.
So it's like the wisdom of the crowd approach.
Yes, exactly.
But for LLMs?
But for LLMs,
Okay. I like any other techniques we should be aware of?
yeah, one more that I find really fascinating is knowledge distillation.
Knowledge distillation.
Imagine you have a master chef who's incredibly skilled, incredibly experienced.
Okay.
Knowledge distillation is basically having that master chef train a student to replicate their expertise.
So we're taking a really, highly trained, complex LLM
Yeah.
and using it to teach a smaller, more efficient model.
Exactly.
That's incredibly clever.
Yeah, it's a really cool technique.
It's like passing down the culinary secrets.
Yes, exactly.
But with all this talk about, technical details, I'm starting to wonder,
Yeah.
how are these LLMs actually being used to solve real-world problems?
That's a great point.
Like, how are they actually making a difference out there in the world?
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the technical stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately, LLMs are about making a real impact. And this PDF has a whole section on case studies
Okay.
showcasing how LLMs are being applied in all sorts of different industries.
All right, I'm all ears. Hit me with those real-world LLM success stories.
Okay, so one area where LLMs are already making a huge difference is healthcare.
Healthcare. Okay.
Imagine a world where an LLM can analyze medical records, lab reports, research papers to help doctors make faster, more accurate diagnoses.
That's incredible. It's like having a superpowered medical assistant.
Yes.
Working alongside the doctors.
Exactly.
Helping them process all this information.
Exactly. Yeah.
And LLMs could be used to, create more personalized healthcare experiences too.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine a chatbot powered by an LLM that can answer your questions about your symptoms.
Right.
Schedule appointments.
Yeah.
Even provide, basic medical advice.
That would be amazing.
That would be a game changer.
Yeah.
No more waiting on hold for hours
Exactly.
just to talk to a human.
It would be great.
But healthcare is just one example.
It is, yeah.
Where else are LLMs, making a difference?
They're also being used a lot in finance and business. Think about all the financial data that's out there. Market reports, company filings, news articles.
That's a ton of information.
It's a ton, and LLMs can analyze all of it
Wow.
to identify trends,
Okay.
generate financial reports, even detect potential fraud.
So they're like super efficient financial analysts.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Crunching through all this data,
Yeah,
extracting these valuable insights.
exactly. And they can also help personalize the customer experience.
Okay.
So imagine an LLM-powered chatbot
Hmm.
that can answer your questions about your bank account,
Okay.
help you make transactions, even offer you personalized financial advice.
That'd be incredibly convenient.
It would be so much easier.
Yeah. No more navigating through those complicated phone menus.
Yeah, or waiting in line at the bank.
Exactly. It's like having your own personal financial assistant.
That's the idea.
I love it. But we can't forget about, entertainment and media.
Of course not.
We talked about, content generation
Yeah.
earlier. But are there other ways LLMs are impacting that industry?
Definitely. They're being used to create more personalized entertainment experiences.
Okay.
So imagine a recommendation engine
Mm-hmm.
powered by an LLM that suggests movies, TV shows, books
Yeah.
that you're actually going to be interested in.
Based on, my past viewing habits, all that?
Exactly, yeah.
That would be a dream come true.
Right. No more scrolling endlessly through Netflix,
Exactly.
trying to find something to watch.
I could definitely use that.
And imagine, interactive stories powered by LLMs.
Okay.
So you can choose your own adventure with the narrative adapting to your decisions.
Oh, wow. It's like those, choose your own adventure books we read as kids,
Exactly, yeah.
but on a whole new level.
On a whole new level, much more sophisticated.
I love that. And beyond entertainment, what about education?
Oh, yeah. LLMs are starting to make their way into education as well.
Okay.
Imagine personalized tutors
Okay.
powered by LLMs that can adapt to each student's learning style and pace, provide customized instruction and feedback.
Wow. So no more one size fits all?
Exactly. Everyone gets a tailored learning experience.
That could really revolutionize how we learn.
It could. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
These case studies really just scratched the surface of the potential of LLMs.
Oh, yeah.
And as the technology continues to evolve,
Yeah.
we're going to see even more innovative applications emerge.
Yeah. It's an exciting time to be involved in this field.
It is, for sure.
I'm already blown away by the possibilities.
It's a lot to take in, right?
It is. It feels like we've been on this whirlwind tour of the LLM landscape,
We have.
from the technical details to the real-world applications.
It's been a journey.
It has, but I have a feeling there's still more to explore.
There is. We have one more part to go.
Well, I'm ready for the next chapter of this adventure.
Okay, good.
But let's take a short pause,
Take a breather.
gather our thoughts,
Yeah.
and then we'll prepare for the grand finale of this LLM deep dive. Okay, we're back, and I gotta say, my brain is officially full of LLM knowledge.
You know, right? It's a lot.
It is, but it's so cool.
It is.
We went from like the very basics
Yeah.
to like real-world applications.
Real-world stuff.
And I'm impressed.
It's amazing what these things can do.
It is, and it all started with that PDF you sent in.
It did, yeah. That PDF is packed with information.
It's amazing how much they fit in that thing.
Really is.
But you know what I think is even more amazing?
What's that?
How we were able to unpack it together.
Yeah.
Turn what could have been like, a really overwhelming technical read into like an engaging conversation.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
So as we wrap up this whole LLM adventure, what are some of the key takeaways that like really stood out to you?
I think for me, it's just the sheer potential of these things.
Yeah.
Like we talked about all these different applications: healthcare, finance, entertainment, education.
Right. It feels
And
like
possibilities are endless.
there's no limit to what these models can do.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not just about the applications themselves. It's like
Yeah.
the way they're being used.
Yeah.
We're seeing a shift from just like simple automation to something more like collaborative and creative.
Exactly.
It's not about replacing humans.
Yeah.
It's about like augmenting our abilities.
Helping us do things we couldn't do before.
Yeah. It's like we're entering this new era
Yeah.
of human AI partnership and the possibilities. It's exciting.
It's super exciting. It is.
But of course, with any powerful technology, there are going to be some risks,
Oh, for sure.
challenges along the way.
Potential downsides. Yeah.
We got to be mindful of the ethical implications,
Absolutely.
make sure these models are used responsibly, and address, those concerns about bias
Yeah. All this stuff is really important.
and potential misuse.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to bring these issues to light and to really like work towards shaping a future where LLMs are used for good.
You got it. Knowledge is power, like you said, and understanding these technologies is the first step to making sure they're used ethically.
Well said. Well said. So
Yeah.
as we conclude this deep dive into the world of LLMs and PyTorch,
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
Imagine a world where LLMs are like seamlessly integrated into our lives,
Okay.
helping us learn, create, communicate, solve problems
Yeah.
in ways we can only dream of right now.
It's an exciting thought.
It really is.
And it's a future worth striving for sure.
I think so.
I think with careful consideration, responsible development, we can make that future a reality.
And who knows, maybe someday you, our listener, will be the one building these groundbreaking LLMs.
Yeah, you could be pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
The tools and knowledge are out there.
They are, for sure.
The question is, what are you going to create?
That's the question.
That's a great question to ponder.
It is.
Well, on that note, we'll leave you to your LLM-inspired daydreams.
Enjoy.
Thanks for joining us
Thanks for listening.
on this deep dive. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing those boundaries of what's possible.
We'll see you next time.